Yo, what's up guys? Today is my unboxing of these Sony Tough cards. I caved in and finally got the biggest upgrades to memory cards. So what makes these different is that they're kind of harder and they're V90 cards. They can shoot 4K HAVCS. Great for Sony, cameras. I currently own the Sony A7 IV right here and the Sony A9, and they're great to shooting high speeds and being able to write onto the card. And even if you're shooting in S&Q mode or slow mode, where you can shoot like with these V90s, you can shoot like 120 frames per second at 4K. So if you have like the A7S III, I think the A7 IV only can shoot like 4K at 60 using the other codec that it has. But I'll go and do a quick unboxing of it and show you guys what's inside or what it looks like. So I got my little knife right here, pop it open, let's take a look right here. Alright, let's see, cut it open. Got it, okay. Let's see, let's take a look at it real quick. Let's see this, pop it open. Alright, here is the card itself. Yeah, ain't that beautiful? Alright, anyways, let's see what's inside the packaging. Limited warranty, so it has that info, but the main thing is just this card, and that's all there is. This card retails over $100. It's like around $150 or more. That doesn't have the little switch on the side that protects the card, and it's one solid piece. It's made of like a resin material, I feel like, and of course it's UHS-II, and it writes onto the memory super fast. Here is a card holder that I have with some older cards. I believe I have this is like a PNY. This is another Sony card. So this is a G. This is like the older version. It's also a really fast card. It writes 300, but it's like a UHS-II, I believe. It's a little slower. I think it's like a V30, but it's 32 gigabytes. It's fast in terms of writing, but it's not as fast as it needs to be. I use this as a good backup. Currently, what I'm currently using for my card, I have this 64 gigabyte. It's a UHS-II as well, but it's only 150 write speed, so it's kind of like half the speed of this. And then on my Super A9, I'm using two dual of these cards, and this one's also 128 gigabyte, but it's also a V30 card. So I believe all these are V30. I'm not sure actually if this is a V60 or V90. It's a G, so I believe it's only V30, but I'm maybe wrong, because maybe it is a V90. It doesn't really quite say on there, but it was the older. I got it a while back, but I use currently two of these to dual write onto the card, but it doesn't shoot in all codecs that you want it in if you're shooting video. But in photos, it's fast enough to shoot photos. There's some times when you burst a lot that it can't write fast enough to the card, so you would need to just slow down and wait like a second or so as it writes back onto the card. And that's the only difference when you're shooting with slower cards. But that's why we got this. So with 20 frames a second, A9 is perfect for this. And if you are shooting on like but if you're shooting video, this is great to shoot like slow motion. And then let me show you some difference. These are all made of plastic. You can feel the difference in terms of the design. And when I bring it over here and drop it onto something like metal, you hear that sound? That is a sound of what it sounds like when it drops. But look at this. It's like resin material when it hits the metal. And if I was to drop it onto a table, here's what the plastic sounds like. It just doesn't sound the same. That bounce or that that sound quality. So yeah, that is the unboxing of it. And I'm going to show you guys, I guess, some write speeds. I'm going to take some quick pictures and show you guys the transfer speed of these two cards. Let's just take like, you know, like 100 pictures on each card, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, so I have one card in the slot, and I have it to set to, let's see, let's make it bust it up to like 20 frames a second, and let's just take a bunch of photos to see. And oh, I think that stopped. So how many photos was that? Let's take a look before it's writing onto it. Let's see, that was 32 photos. It had a 32 burst rate of high-speed JPEG, or fine. So let's do it again. Whoa, dang, it's not stopping. Okay, how many photos does it take? Okay. I don't know if it's gonna stop with the burst, but I'm gonna stop right there. Oh crap, I overshot it. So it looks like it was a little error in the beginning, but I don't think it stopped. But it's still writing after I let go of the trigger. So or the the shoot. But wow, can I play it? 120. Wow, okay. So let's say I shot 100 and oh no, maybe it's like 200 something photos. It's still writing to the card, so it's gonna take a little time to write, but you know, you can still look through the cards, I believe. Yeah, kind of cool. You can still look through it. I mean, it's not moving, but you can see that it's looking through the photos. Anyways, A9, you can still shoot while still buffering or still writing to the card. Just remember, this is a 300 write speed, so I shot a lot of photos on this thing, but it's writing it to the card. We'll see when it's done in a few seconds or so.
It's still writing. Yeah, that's basically it when you're writing at 98. Alright, so I shall waste like 300 photos. Okay, come on. I've got all day to wait. Anyways, here we go. Oh, it's not in my view, and so, of course.
Alright, so I shot like 338 photos. And yeah, so let me take out the card. Right here is the Sony Tough card. Alright, now let's put the Sony Extreme one into it and do the same thing. Alright, here we go. And there's, let me see, there's no card. There's no pictures on this card, so there we go. Ready and go. I've held it for a few seconds now. Alright, that's about like 20-30 seconds. Alright, I shot 200 photos. That should be enough. Actually, you can still shoot some more, so let me make it to 300. 269 and 300. There we go. Alright, that's about 300 photos. Okay, so as it's writing down, both taking about 300 photos. We're going to bring it into the computer to transfer it all after this finished writing it down. But it's a little bit slower, as you can tell. It's a little bit slower to write it onto the card compared to the Sony Tough cards. We'll just take a look at it. But what's so cool about the A9 is that you can keep taking photos. There's like an infinite buffer when you're shooting JPEG instead of raw photos. So we'll take it to the computer and I'll show you guys once it's done. So this is a uhs-ii super fast card reader, and I'm gonna start with the Sony one. Plug it in and plug it into the computer, and I'll show you guys how fast this is to write to the computer. Okay, so I have it plugged in, and this is 338 photos, and we're just gonna drag it to the desktop and see how fast it is to write. And pull it up. Boom. Let's take a look at that. It's about like less than 20 seconds to write, like 3 gigabytes. Let's check a look at the properties on this. It's total 4.65, so let's say almost 5 gigabytes, and it take about less than 20 seconds. All right, now to swap it out to the SanDisk, that's half the speed. Here's the SanDisk. Put it in and place it into the computer. All right, so I have the SanDisk inserted. All right, let's see how big is the SanDisk properties. That is 4.79, so almost 5 gigabytes as well. And let's just drag it to the desktop and see how fast this is. This is like the fastest card reader I have, so calculating, come on. Oh, I guess so, hold on. Sorry about that, I gotta rename this folder to something else because it's the same date. -1, let's try that. All right, drag it in, boom. And let's see how fast it is. All right, 1 minute. So 1 minute compared to 20 seconds. So it's like a third of the speed, or less than 20 seconds. So definitely more than double the speed when you are transferring 5 gigabytes, 1 minute for 5 gigabytes on 150 write speed versus and the Tough card. So there you have it, guys. It's still taking some time, but it's not bad. I mean, if you're in a budget, definitely slower it's better, but definitely go for V90s. I chose the Tough cards because they're long lasting, they're better quality made, and you don't have that little switch that has that lock button. And that's basically it to this video. So check out Sony's Tough card. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.